DisgruntledDuck.com.
Hi guys, welcome again. Another classic Tamiya kit here up for review. It's the 88mm flat gun 36/37. A classic, a real classic Tamiya kit. Quite reasonable. Apologise, my hands are quite dusty. It's another one that's been sitting in my loft for a while, and I wanted to get around to reviewing it and building it. This is another one of those kits that takes me back to my childhood. I remember sitting there watching my dad build this kit. I can't remember how old I was, maybe 10 or something, but this is definitely a special kit for me. Reasonably priced. You should be able to pick this guy up for under £20. We've purchased also the Edward kit photo etch for this guy, so if we just start off with that. The thing is, this kit's super highly detailed to begin with. There is a hell of a lot in this kit to do. What the photo etch gives us is, it gives us, you know, I've also actually bought a barrel for this that I've stashed somewhere. I'll have to bring that out when I'm actually making it. So yeah, this gives us some additional parts for the motorcycle. Some additional parts for the wheel sets, the cable reels, etc. And it also gives us the replacement part for the front armour, which is really the biggest and best part of this kit, just to give it an extra bit of realism by giving you that thinner piece of metal for the covering. So that's that. I've no idea where I've put the barrel that I purchased. I won't be able to build it until I find that, but hey ho, let's get down to showing you what we've got inside this box. So if we go first for the instructions, is this the British version? I believe it is. Yes, it is. First thing you notice is it's quite a thick instruction manual. That was the first thing that I ever noticed with this kit. There is, and now then you've got a nice little, it shows you how old it is, to the guide to what was out at this current time. Right, so it is, like I said, a huge, this is not a beginner's kit at all. There is a huge amount to do in there. We start off with the motorcycle, we can negate that, but moving on to the actual gun, we've got some updated parts on here as well. So this is going to be slightly different from the version that I first made. So it looks like we're going to negate part of this, and we're going to be working off this sheet. But we'll get to that when we get to that. So tons of tiny parts. If I remember, my dad made this. All these do not cement parts of the gun physically moves. It looks absolutely beautiful. Onto our wheels, the structure that moves the gun, and finally I remember so well these three images of the different paint schemes. Winter camo, Eastern front, and then we've got a North Africa. We're probably going to go Eastern front on this guy, I think. We've got a ton of figures here. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 figures. 2 motorcycles, or no, 1 motorcycle, sorry, 8 figures, and the gun. Tons and tons of pieces. This is really a great value kit just from the off. It's exceptionally highly detailed as well. We've got a couple of screws in here. We've got some plastic piping for our cabling. So that's a nice little touch. That's the first time I've seen these sort of parts in the model kit as well, not just the regular styrene sprues. So that's pretty cool. So where should we start? Let's start with the figures. Right, there we go. A load of figures. I mean, that on its own is, what do figures cost? A pack of figures like that is probably going to cost you £8 to begin with. I know motorcycles, I think you get about 2 for a tenner, so straight away just with a motorcycle and these figures you're looking at about £10 or £12. So you're literally paying £5 for the rest of that kit. if you look at it that way. But yeah, some nice figures. We've got all the knives, gas masks, water bottles, guns, extra little bits and pieces. So yeah, that's a great little start off. There's not too much flash, a little bit on the sides, a couple of casting marks. The figures look quite well detailed. The uniforms definitely look beautiful. A load of details in there. Where you can see them, the plastic's quite light. So yeah, that's our figures. We'll run on to what else we've got. We've got our different decals. We've got Africa Corps decals, Eastern Front, our helmet decals for the soldiers. We've got these will be for the motorcycles and number plates. So we've got an absolute ton of decals there, with quite a few variations we're going to be able to work out. Again, Tamiya kit. What do you want? You want detail, you get it. Even the gun barrel looks beautiful. We do have an aftermarket one we're going to use for this, but this looks amazing. All the way through, you can see the rivets, the fine detail work. Sometimes there's not much you can say about something, you just have to show somebody how good it actually looks. So yeah, again, we've got some really fine detailed parts here, some really skinny parts. We've got some shell casings. If we want to be really anal, I suppose we can drill all these guys out. There's our front armour. So if you can see the thickness of that, it's only about a millimetre or so, but you know it's going to make such a difference using that aftermarket brass part. So yeah, there's our first sprue, very highly detailed. Open our next packet of screws up. So what have we got in here? So this is going to be mostly the transporting parts. We've got these, I don't know what you call these, like a trailer almost, that we're going to build up, that the gun is going to sit on in transport. So I think, you know, we can build this in variants. We can build it either firing or we can build it in transport. I think I might build this guy in transit and have it sit on those. But, you know, we've still got a while away until we build it, so who knows what we're going to do. So yeah, again, we've got the wheels, we've got the suspension, so much detail. This is quite an old model as well. I remember it from the late 80s, 90s. So even for then, the detail on there, especially on these hubcaps, is absolutely stunning. So that's that sprue. We've got some rubber wheels, which is, I always prefer rubber wheel. I don't like plastic wheels, I just don't get on with them. Well, no, so I should say plastic tyres. Plastic wheels are fine, but it's just the tyres, I'm not great on them. I'm not a fan of them at all. Right, on to the final sprue. So it looks like this is our little motorcycle rider. We've got our motorcycle parts here, so that's a nice addition to build up. We've got the bottom platform of the gun. These are going to be the legs of it, the sit out. How we're going to build that, either sitting up on the tracks, well, on the tracks, no, I should say sitting on its road wheels, or are we going to build it open? So yeah, that's all our pieces for that. The main body of the gun is on that first sprue, and this is more the base of the gun. So yeah, have a look at that little sprue. I would say financially, if I had to say what is going to be the best value for model money out there on the market, I would probably have to lean towards this, simply because the amount of hours of model making you're going to get out of this, and not solely not solely on the actual model itself, but you've got the figures to paint, you've got the motorcycle, you've got a lot of different things on the go in this one box, and for less than £20, I can't think of any other model out there that you're just going to get that sheer amount of modelling time on. It's a pretty clean model as well, there's not much flashing, so it's not a case of you're going to spend hours on this model because it needs so much work doing to it and there's so much cleaning doing, not at all. It's going to be a nice solid build. It's going to really test you at any level. This is going to be a test, and you're going to have a great finished article. So this is one of those kits. I don't usually like to recommend things at the review stage, but having built this before and seen it being built, this is one I would definitely recommend. So yeah, come back to me in the near future. We're going to build this guy up. We have no idea what we're going to do with it yet, how we're going to have it, but whatever we're going to do, we're going to put a lot of effort in. Until then, happy modelling. Check out my channel. I'm making a load of models at the minute. There's always new stuff going up. There's new reviews. I'm always buying new models to the chagrin of my long-suffering girlfriends. But yeah, check back, and until next time, happy modelling, guys, and I'll see you soon.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and leave a comment.